So we're back at Courtney's garden and we're gonna find out what's happened within the last week.
So come on in, we'll show you what's popping. So we had some nice weather this past week with showers pretty much every afternoon, but lots of sunshine in between. So we made a lot of progress in the garden this week. So why don't we show you some of the things that grew the most. These are our potatoes. One thing with the potatoes, as they start growing, they kind of grow out of the dirt a little bit, and we want to pile more dirt on top to keep them covered.
Oh, okay.
So we'll just keep an eye on those.
They look great.
These are our dried beans as well as our edamame. Now the edamame's popping is a little slower than some of the beans down at the other end, but look at all those sprouts. It's kind of neat how they grow. Some of them even have a little bean attached to them as they pop out of the ground.
I love that, the germination process. You can just see it in slow motion right now.
Yep, it's beautiful. Okay, let's show you our squash. These also just came up since last week. I don't think there was any squash sprouts here last week, and these actually are popping a little more than I would have hoped. I might have to thin them out a little bit. If you've ever grown squash, especially zucchini, it just grows like a weed.
They seem to be spaced really perfectly right now though.
Yeah, but there were about 2 or 3 little seeds in each of those spaces, so where all 3 have come up, that might be a problem later on.
So that's probably where you're thin.
Exactly.
Okay.
Our cucumber last week, literally showed you this box last week and there was nothing going on. We went in and did some cooking and I came back out to water the garden again and we had cucumber sprouts.
I know.
It was that quick.
That was so exciting. She sent me a text too to show me what happened in like 2 hours.
Yep, it was kind of interesting, and the radishes are coming in behind them. The flowers here are looking like they're still struggling to recover a little bit from that snow, but I still have faith because they are still blooming a little bit.
Yeah.
And the last box we want to show you our progress on is our green beans, and they are doing great. We have the bush beans along the outside, and right along the perimeter of the teepee are those pole beans that are going to climb up the trellis.
Different varieties, I imagine.
They are, yep. You'll see different colors. We have some regular green beans, there's some yellow and purple. Those purple ones are really fun because they add so much color, but then when you cook them, they turn green again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So I'm here today too to help Courtney transplant her tomatoes.
So our first tomato plant is ready to go in the ground, and it's kind of like sending your first child off to college.
Oh,
You nurture it best you can, and then some things are out of your control, but we'll see how this works. We dug our hole and we want it to be pretty deep. The tomato plants, you need to plant deep up to where the fuzz on the main stem here ends. So a little deeper than you normally would expect. So I think this looks deep enough. It's a good size, so we are going to get ready to take this out of its original pot and let all that loose soil fall back in.
And the root ball too, it looks great. It's not all root bound and should make the transition really
So we're
nice.
loosening the root ball a little bit, and we're just going to combine some of this soil with the soil that's going into, so it's an easier transition. So once that's mixed up pretty good, we can simply place this down here. Make sure that's still about a good height, I think. And we're going to start filling in, but as we do, you'll see some of these little stems on the very bottom we can take off. We don't want to have all of those too deep.
So you're just pinching it off?
Just pinching off what's closer to the bottom, maybe an inch or 2 up the plant.
Okay.
So I think that looks pretty good. Take this one off there, and we could just start filling in.
Okay. Oh my gosh, this soil feels so nice.
Yeah. And we left this stick here, little support stick, that we had in the plant while it was growing, and that'll help it as it adjusts to its new environment. It'll give it some extra support. Of course, we'll put the tomato cage around it also to give it extra support as it grows and something for it to hold on to and contain it a little bit. I think we look pretty good.
I think it looks like it has a good home.
I'm just going to take a little of that twine and connect this main piece here. A little loose to give it some movement, and actually that strengthens the plant. If it's able to move with the wind, and it feels the movement, it'll grow stronger roots to keep it sturdier on its own. And then we'll be able to take this off as it grows a lot bigger. So the other thing we wanted to do today is plant a few basil seeds around the plants. Tomatoes and basil, it's obvious they go so well together in cooking. They actually grow together really well also.
Okay, so Courtney asked me just to kind of like prepare the soil a little bit for the seeds. So I have a nice little rake here.
And these seeds are tiny and they only go 1/4 of an inch down. So we're going to be really careful in just placing a couple of seeds every few inches or so. We can literally just sprinkle some soil on top. And we just need to be real careful and gentle watering these so we don't displace them for the next week or so until they get their roots.
So there's our companion planting.
That's it.
Companions in the kitchen and companions in the garden.
It looks good. Okay, our final touch is replacing our tomato cage. And we're going to check back. I wouldn't be surprised if over the next couple days these plants look a little bit wilty. It's a new environment they're getting used to. It's a big transition for them. And so they're going to put all their energy into establishing new roots. And so the leaves might take a little bit of a backseat to that over the next couple days or so. So we'll show you how they're doing next week. Hopefully they'll be recovered from their new environment.